Welcome back to Houston Life. Stages is Houston's home for intimate storytelling through theater and community. And a pivotal figure behind the scenes recently announced his retirement. He is Stages artistic director Kenn McLaughlin, and he joins us now for a look at his legacy and some of the highlights during his time at Stages. 17 years as artistic director, 23 years there, but you've influenced 25 seasons, Kenn. That's a huge accomplishment.
Wow. Yeah, it's amazing to hear it said back, because it feels like yesterday sometimes, and then it also feels like the scope that it is. But I'm just really humbled and really grateful to have had this opportunity for this much time and to build the relationships that we have. It's been amazing.
Stages is such a gem in our city. We're big fans. We recently had the Drag Wonderettes on our show. That was a lot of fun. Why is now the right time for you to step back?
That's a great question. Stages is in such a good position. I feel like the kinds of things that I dreamt for myself and dreamt for my own career as an artist, the kinds of things that happened for Stages, especially the building of the Gordy, and then finally getting the Gordy online past the pandemic, all of those things were kind of working together. Plus, there's a lot of incredible young artists in the city who really deserve the opportunity to start to lead. And so it just feels, all those things feel right. I'm a heart person, and so it's always felt right in my heart to feel. And so I just felt like this is really good. Stages is in good shape. We're doing great stuff. There's amazing people coming online. Let's see what else is out there,
Okay, and I'm going to ask you about what's next. We're seeing, by the way, some of the incredible productions that you have been at the helm of for your time there. Directing Stephen Sondheim's Roadshow and getting to connect with him. Can you tell the story to our viewers? Because this was a highlight in your career.
It was just incredible. We had gone into a rehearsal. We'd taken the show back into the rehearsal hall just before we opened it and had an incredible experience in the rehearsal hall, probably the most breathtaking artistic experience I'd ever had. And I left that experience and went right to my computer, and I thought, well, I'm just going to reach out and just let him know this happened. So I sent him this email and I told him what the play meant to me, what we had just experienced with the play. I love this play very much and had not been really well received critically, and so I really wanted to let him know what we had experienced, and just sent it and thought, I hope that touches his heart. And I came in the next day, and there was the first email in my inbox was back from him, and it was just the most gracious and kind and humble email, just saying, thanking me, thanking all the artists. This is what he lives for. It's not about the prestige, it's not about the awards, it's about the connection with other artists, and the fact that we connected his work meant so much to him. And it was something about it, and it was Love Steve, and it was something about it that was just so like, oh yeah. He's one of the greatest artists of our entire lifetime, but he's also an artist and a human being just connecting with other artists. It was the greatest feeling. I took in the rehearsal hall, read it to everybody, and we all just were charged up by the fact that, yeah, he's in our circle.
I bet. What an incredible moment. And for anyone who's seen a Stephen Sondheim show, you know what Kenn is talking about. I was the baker in Into the Woods, by the way, a long time ago. Okay, let's talk about how you fell in love with theater, because I understand you were a very shy kid, but one of your teachers, this was in 6th grade, she noticed that you really loved to read aloud to the class, and she actually cast you in a role.
Yeah, exactly right. Her name was Clara Waterbury, and she had been an actor in the 50s, and her daughters both were Broadway actresses, and they did a career day one day and came in, and Mrs. Waterbury noticed that I was completely dialed in. Like, this kid who sat in the back was suddenly dialed in, and then raising my hand to read, and it just kind of became a snowball rolling, that she recognized this thing that just was alive in my heart. I owe everything. And years later, I ran into her daughter, who I told the whole story to, and her mom was 94, and she got on the phone and called, and so it was just this wonderful circle of humans impacting humans. It was great.
Incredible. And she cast you actually as the villain.
As the villain in Babes in Toyland
play. Would you say that sort of changed the trajectory of your life?
It really did. It really did. I mean, interestingly enough, I think about how I've also been a teacher and how I really am thoughtful as a teacher about how the impact works as well. But 100%, the minute I was on that stage and had that feeling, I knew in every part of my body that, oh, this is the thing.
You had that spark, you had that moment, and I love that you had a teacher mentor who saw that in you and gave you the opportunity, just a little bit of a push. I understand you have a connection to the Bush family. Can you tell our viewers about that?
Oh, it was incredible. They came to see The Marvelous Wonderettes when we did it the first time in 2010. It was a sensation in the city, and we got a call, and they came over, and they actually saw both that and the sequel, the holiday sequel, and they were absolutely incredible. They were so kind and so generous, and so wonderful. So yeah, there we are with the Bushes and the Wonderettes.
Well,
I think I was pushing the wheelchair.
Look at that. Something tells me, Ken, you have a lot of framers on the wall at home, a lot of photos that you have framed, and a career certainly worth celebrating.
Oh, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to the Houston community. I'm grateful to the artists that we've worked with, have been incredible, and the staff and board of stages. I mean, you know, I can't be more blessed than the experiences I've had. So, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the next adventure, but it probably will always have the shine of stages creating the shadows.
Absolutely. Kenn McLaughlin, Artistic Director of Stages Theater. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Congrats on your retirement.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Pretty incredible work, really. We're such big fans of Stages.